I'd like to begin with the BJP, sir, on what you think of today's drama. And I will connect it to what happened in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Surely this is no coincidence. That is only happens in non-BJP ruled states.
Good evening to my fellow panelists. And I think my first comment would be that this is utterly disgraceful and uncouth and unruly behavior on the part of the ruling party MLAs and MLCs heckling the governor, His Excellency the Governor, a constitutional person holding a constitutional post. This is highly unbecoming. And as you said, that this has become a trend with the opposition ruled states. And I think this is unconstitutional even.
No, but sir, the trend I was referring to is the governor refusing to read the government prepared speech. That is the trend I was referring to.
No, the states are misusing their power to make the governor speak something against the policies of the government of India. That is what is wrong. That they cannot do and they should not do. That is one thing. The other thing is, Constitution does not mandate the governor to be just a parrot of what is written. If we read Article 163 and 176, it is very clear. Under 163, governor has a discretion, and under 176, he needs to address the first session of the year or of the first after election. But he is not mandated to read the written script of the government.
No, that's open to interpretation. I'll bring in Brijesh Kalappa, spokesperson of the Congress, on this. Mr. Kalappa, would you like to respond to what the BJP is saying?
Yeah, the first thing is, Akshita, that I would understand why the governor of Tamil Nadu or of Kerala is not reading the speech written by government, because there are elections in a couple of months. So naturally, the political, pot is boiling. Therefore, the governor wants to kind of help the BJP in these states. So it's all right. But here, there are no elections around the corner. Why is the governor behaving in this fashion? This is the first question I ask myself. One. Two, why does the governor, in the process of trying to please the BJP or being a puppet of the BJP, why does he insult the national anthem? Because he leaves before the national anthem has been played. So I think as far as, first is that the governor is, of course, he's an appointee of the BJP government at the center. That's all right. That's a given. But one, there are no elections here in Karnataka. Elections are still far away. Two is that why insult national anthem? The least the governor could have done is waited for the national anthem to have concluded and then right royally gone out. But he doesn't do that. I think, see, the first thing is that as far as Karnataka is concerned, we don't like puppet governors. And today, unfortunately, the governor has proven himself to be a complete puppet of the central government. It's all right. I mean, in election year, people understand this to some extent. But here, there are no elections. We all know that the G Ramji bill is a highly contentious bill because a lot of people are being affected by this.
Let's take this issue by issue. Mr. Kalappa, you've spoken of disrespect to the national anthem. Mr. Fatke, would you like to respond to that?
Yeah, I think Mr. Kalappa is trying to divert the issue. But see, the governor, as we can see the visuals, is being continuously heckled. And he is not being allowed to freely participate or be in the assembly. In such a situation, there was a grave situation there. And how could the governor feel safe in such unruly behavior in the assembly?
No, sure, you raise a pertinent point, which I'll raise with Mr. Kalappa. But the question that it always comes down to, Mr. Fatke, is why do you see this only happening in opposition-ruled states, that the governor refuses to read the government speech? Even the president goes ahead and reads the speech that's prepared by the government.
See, it was customary to read the speeches prepared by the government.
Yes.
But I'll come to that. It's conventional, it is customary. But if the same thing is being used to discredit the schemes of the central government, then governor is not bound to read such kind of speeches. He is not a parrot of the government.
Mr. Kalappa, are these speeches turning increasingly political? Did the script of the speech also talk of a G Ramji, which it shouldn't have maybe?
See, Akshita, let me tell you what the prevailing sentiment in the south of India is. One, that for every rupee that the Karnataka government gives to the center, we only receive 16 paise in return. So I think this is the first thing. Now, what is happening even with the abolition of MG and REG and bringing of the GRAMG bill? The first thing is that we'll have to now bear 40% of the outlay for this program which was under the MGNREGA. Of course, it's another matter that as far as MGNREGA is concerned, this was supposed to uphold the place of Mahatma Gandhi in the scheme of things because he's the one who spoke of the last man. Now, of course, BJP they have nothing else, so they want to make everything a religious issue.
No, but Mr. Kalappa, these issues you can raise, sure, but is this something that the governor should be talking about, sir?
Naturally, what is under 163 and 176, governor can't come and say, okay, I had breakfast, I had idli vada for breakfast, and for lunch I had dal khichdi and all that.
But should he be projecting a political party's view?
Yeah, naturally. I mean, this is the mandate of the government. The point is that under 163, he has to go and speak about what the government achievements are, what the government is concerned about. Now, if there is going to be a huge financial outlay on the government of Karnataka, which something which can't be borne by the Karnataka government, is the government not meant to voice this? What is he going to voice then? Is he going to speak about his dinner programs?
Mr. Fatke, your response. Ultimately, let's face it. Let's be realistic, Mr. Fatke. Every single speech by every single state governor, or for that matter, even the president, is hugely politicized. To nitpick and then say in some states that's an issue, in some states it's not, that's ideal talk.
No, I would like to correct here. See, this issue is being politicized by the Congress government in Karnataka. His Excellency, the governor had raised certain issues with regard to certain paragraphs in his speech. Rather than having a conducive atmosphere and cooperating with the governor, the government of Karnataka went on a collision course. This was totally unacceptable. And after having done that, telling that, okay, there is a rift
No, but
between...
every point, Mr. Fatke, every point, I'll read it out for you. What were the issues that the governor had with the speech? It was all to do with the central government. On Manrega, the governor had an issue. About how, in fact, the centre's move is anti-democratic, the governor had an issue. Panchayati Raj being undermined, the governor had an issue. So there's a pattern here. It wasn't random quotes that he had an issue with. It was specific mentions only of the central government scheme.
Yes, he cannot be used by the state government to grind its axe against the center. The governor should not be used. This is also unconstitutional, unconventional, and unbecoming.
No, but that's what Mr. Kalappa has highlighted, that this is something that they believe Karnataka is suffering because as a consequence of, as a result of, and that's why it's being raised. So it is ultimately to do with the state.
The elected representatives can definitely raise these issues during the debate in the assembly. But asking the government, the governor, His Excellency, the governor to parrot these lines, that is also political lines, is uncalled for.
Mr. Kalappa, your response to that?
See, let me tell you, Akshita, let me put it another way, that there was no need for this kind of politicization by the governor. He has proven that he's just a puppet of the central government. It's all right that, some governor does it in Tamil Nadu. It's all right that some governor does it in Kerala. They at least have elections going there.
Here, no, but that doesn't make it okay, Mr. Kalappa. How is it okay that because there are elections, you can go ahead and stage a walkout?
No, I'm saying that, BJP only functions from election to election. From that point of view, it's okay to some extent. But here there are no elections. Where is the point for the governor to behave in such a recalcitrant fashion? One. Two, and that Karnataka is a highly progressive state. Here we are deeply concerned about our finances. Every rupee which we give is not coming back. It's only a small fraction of it which is coming back. Each Karnataka is concerned about this. Now today the BJP MPs have not made a single point about this to the central government. No. They never raise these issues. So these are issues which we'd like the governor to speak about, so that these are the issues which will be debated in the assembly.
Okay, but Mr. Kalappa, will you condemn what happened in the assembly, the manner in which the governor was geared out, irrespective? Is it okay to do that?
I wish the governor had shown greater respect for national emblems, national institutions, then his own respect would have been elevated in that manner.
So you're not going to condemn it, essentially. That's my takeaway. You're not condemning what happened in the assembly or the
No, I
garrowing of the
said
governor.
that if he were to behave like a constitutional functionary, how does a constitutional functionary behave? By respecting national emblems, national, the constitution, the constitutional principles, and the articles of the constitution, then he would certainly deserve the respect he gets. And now, ultimately, he has not got what he deserves. So, therefore, it's a situation which he has brought himself into.
Okay, Mr. Fatke, your response quickly and I'll wrap this up.
Yes. See, it is clearly the Congress government is on a back foot. There is large-scale misgovernance. There is total infrastructure crumbling, and there is a serious leadership crisis. And to avoid all these things, these gimmicks are being done by the state government, and the people are seeing. They are really fed up.
No, but
with
gimmicks
this
by whom,
government,
sir?
and
Gimmicks
these
by
are the
whom?
things.
Gimmicks by the government. The governor refused to read the address.
No, the governor is not bound to parrot the written script of the government. He is as a constitutional head of the state.
And yet you see this issue only being raised in non-BJP ruled state. But I leave it at that. Gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. Thank you for joining me here. I'm cutting across to a news break coming in. Now, amid what's played out in the Karnataka Assembly, Tamil Nadu Chief Minister MK Stalin has also upped the ante. Chief Minister Stalin has said first Tamil Nadu, then Kerala, now Karnataka. The pattern is clear and deliberate. Governors refusing to read the speech prepared by state governments and behaving like party agents, undermining duly elected state governments. So Chief Minister Stalin condemning what played out not just in his state, but also in Kerala, also today in Karnataka. Now Stalin saying, and I quote here on social media, he says, DMK will consult like-minded opposition parties across India and pursue a constitutional amendment in the very next parliamentary session to abolish this obsolete and irrelevant practice. The Chief Minister had hinted towards exactly this in the session 2 days back when the governor staged a walkout, saying we will ensure that there is no need for the governor to be holding the opening address. This is something the Chief Minister spoke of, and now with it happening in Kerala and Karnataka, he's suggesting that there is going to be an effort by the DMK to get other parties, opposition parties together to discuss this and take it forward in Parliament as well.